So as I'm paddling down in this boat, continuing our adventures through Assassin's Creed Odyssey, once again gameplay capture that I was able to get during E3 2018, I'm thinking to myself, this game is good, but where the hell Ubisoft is an Assassin's Creed Ninja or Samurai game? It's set in feudal Japan, because we want it, they know we want it, and I feel like they're kind of just like keeping it in their back pocket for whenever things go rough, basically. It's kind of how like I felt Square Enix was keeping the Final Fantasy VII remake in their back pocket for the longest time, just to kind of keep us wanting more, but we all knew that it was eventually going to come, and I still feel the same thing about the Ninja Assassin's Creed game. It's gonna come eventually, but just as a kind of a segue, that brings me to my next point of what I'm expecting in this game, and that honestly is more of the same. And I said this in the first video that the game is probably, in terms of similarity, the most similar between two mainstay Assassin's Creed franchise games in a long time, up until how the character moves, the mechanics, even the HUD. As you can see, the pop-up HUDs when you level up for the very first time, it is identically similar to what you saw in Assassin's Creed Origins. And if you're a huge fan of Assassin's Creed Origins, then I'll say you will like this game a lot. But if you're expecting something new and different and innovative in terms of the gameplay, the storytelling, the movement, you're probably gonna have a bad time. But personally myself, I am a huge fan of this franchise and this series. You guys know that I absolutely love it. I have every single main franchise Assassin's Creed game on this channel for your viewing pleasure somewhere. You just have to search for it, and it's up somewhere in some form, either old generation, remake, remaster. This is like the worst leap of faith that you've ever seen in your entire life, but somehow we still survived. And yeah, but no matter what happens, there will always be haters, whether the game is brand new or not. I know people, and I knew the internet was basically saying that Assassin's Creed Origins was terrible right before the game was about to launch, and even after it launched, when it was pretty much widely critically acclaimed as being a fantastic game, there were still people that it did not satisfy, and that's just the internet. You're not gonna please everyone. If you're gonna try to please everyone, then I find that you're gonna please no one on the internet. That's my entire career on YouTube. That is pretty much the biggest thing that I have learned. You're not gonna make everyone happy. So, like I said, I'm not going into Assassin's Creed Odyssey expecting anything new and innovative. I'm expecting a new story, some background information. I'm really excited to play a full main game, Assassin's Creed game, as a female character, which I think I've pretty much decided at this point. When I do my full Let's Play walkthrough, I'm going to play as Cassandra, just because I find it's going to be interesting. I know that this is not going to be the first time there's been a female assassin, but this will be the first time. That was kind of weird. It hit me so hard that I landed on top of the tent. The parry game is on point. I mean, from what I remember, the parry game was on point for this section of the game. So, yeah. These guys are really, I think they're at a high level as well. I think it was easier to kill guys using the old mechanics of the swords and the overkill ability instead of...
fights better than you.
What you say, bitch? What'd you say to me? Instead of using like the kick ability and all that, I think. But that being said, we don't have all our abilities unlocked at this point, so maybe things have got a lot easier. And as well, as you can see right here, we don't even have our hidden blades. We're still relying on traditional weapons to do air assassinations and all that kind of thing. And this is where things are a bit confusing. I was trying to set fire.
Troops will be helpless.
I was trying to set fire to this equipment. I thought fire arrows would be good enough, but apparently you actually have to use torches, and it took me like a second there to figure it out. I went so far as to even dipping my arrows into fire and hoping that would work out. So, the main point of this section is we are once again trying to lower random backflip. We're trying to lower the resistance level of that main island we came across. In this section, we're destroying weapons as well as food supplies, and that will make killing the main boss of the area a a lot easier. I actually, by the end of this video, I lower his resistance so much that he actually leaves his villa, and I was actually told that I was the only person that day that was able to actually kill and assassinate the main guy on the island. So I felt pretty happy with myself at that time. I don't know, maybe he was just lying to make me feel good about myself, but I was told I was the only one to actually get that far in the demo. Well, anytime I'm like at these demos, the employees basically have to like pry me away from the game station, just because I try to record as much as I possibly can for you guys, and I'm usually the last one to finish. And so I can see how that can be very annoying to some people, but I do it for you guys. I do it for you guys.
Should destroy these without attracting attention.
So, I didn't. After I complete this, because I didn't grab.
Break their will.
Because I didn't grab a synchronization point from the main island before, I didn't have fast travel.
Was this much fun? That should do it.
It was just...
KYRA will want to hear about this.
It was a bad decision all around. So we're gonna go back to the main island, and we're gonna hit a cutscene with KYRA. Anytime I hear KYRA, I think of KYRA Yamato was Gundam Seed. Anyways, so we're gonna, and this is the menu screen. As you can see, once again, it strikes a very similar look to the one that you saw in Assassin's Creed Origins. So even up into to like the HUD and stuff that pops up when you level up, it's pretty much the exact same. So once again. But I'm still gonna have a lot of fun with this game. I know that I am, because I thoroughly enjoyed Origins, and there are a couple things that this game does bring back from previous games as well. In the next episode, I'm gonna show you guys some naval combat, as well as a little bit of For Honor type conquest scene, a big gigantic battle scene. Once again, I've said this before in other videos, when Ubisoft invests money into a mechanic, they will use that mechanic as many times as they possibly can to make full use of it. From birds, from Far Cry, to the ship battles. And they made an entire new game based on Skull and Bones, based on the naval combat from Assassin's Creed, and the For Honor type conquest battles that you will find in this game as well. So I'm gonna leave it there. You guys can enjoy the rest of the conversation of the gameplay, and I will catch you guys in the third and final episode. Once again, I am only allowed to post 20-minute videos. I would have definitely done more, but I have to follow the embargoes just like everyone else. So enjoy the dolphins in the background, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. All right? We'll chat then.
And? Is it done?
Podarkis' guards will have to fight with their fists and on empty stomachs from now on.
Excellent.
So, what will you do once Podarkis is dead and the rebellion is won?
The sad truth is I have no idea. For as long as I can remember, every day has been a struggle to live, to love. Vengeance has all but consumed me. And what will Cassandra do once this is over?
We have a lot in common. I was hoping when the smoke clears we could find somewhere quiet.
And what exactly do we have in common?
I know you've struggled to get where you are. You've had to fight and claw for everything you have. I know, because I've done the same.
We're survivors. I'm glad the gods brought you to our shores, Cassandra. Some time alone would be nice. You must have many tales.
It's time we got going. When Podarkis learns of what happened on Delos, he'll want revenge.
And the first to suffer will be the Dilians.
KYRA. Mykonos is a lot busier than Kefalonia. Marcos would like it here.
Alright, so I know I already said my goodbyes and I'm gonna have to do it again, but I was kind of rewatching the footage once again, and this scene upcoming, I was gonna take it out, but it was kind of one of those you have to be there moments, because I got absolutely trolled hard by one of the game developers for this game, and I asked what these purple things did, and they act like food silos for the island, and if you destroy them, you once again lower the resistance of the island. So I wasn't 100% sure how to destroy it. I first thought I'd throw a torch up there. Then he told me to throw it at the base of the window of the silo right here. And then what he didn't tell me is that you need to escape it because it will blow up and you will like catch on fire. And apparently this guy, he was doing this all day to people who are playing the game. He would tell the people to throw the torches at the silos, and then it was just a bunch of people laughing at me as I died, and yeah, I just got absolutely trolled. But anyways, we're gonna proceed here to talk to the next main character of the game, and then we'll start the native combat, which we will continue in part three and final part of this early gameplay demo. So yeah, enjoy, and I will see you guys next time.
Spartans! Many brothers were lost to the Athenian dogs, but we... Cassandra, I didn't think you'd come here after calling my plan a suicide mission.
And miss your speech. Never.
Athenians give speeches. Spartans give orders.
If I was under your command, what would you order me to do?
Same thing I order my men. Bruised, bloody, or broken. Never hold back.
I never hold back.
I can tell.
I wasn't talking about fighting,
I know. And I'm tempted.
but...
But I sailed here for KYRA. She's the one I fight for. For now.
Well, if you're going to win these islands for her, you'll need more soldiers.
They'd never get here alive. The Athenian navy is too powerful, and our ship is at the bottom of the sea.
Mine isn't.
You'd confront them in open waters? Not sure if you're brave or just mad.
The Adresti and I have faced greater challenges than a few Athenian ships.
You fight like Achilles reborn. But even you couldn't defeat the entire navy.
But if I sink enough ships, the Spartans can get through.
There's something else. A helmet was left on board my ship. It was my brother's.
I'll sink the ships, but I'm not making any promises about a helmet. The sharks will have full bellies when I'm done.
Commander! We're back!
Sails! Now!
Entering neutral waters. We'll start scraping bottom soon!
Get ready to fire! Blaze on!